Good morning, class. How are you all? Good. Okay. So, student, as you all know that we had finished our chapter 10, our forest and wildlife resources, right? So, I'm going to recall you again in this video whatever we had read in our chapter, right? Like the forest, importance of forest, types of forest, then after the conservation of forest, that how can we conserve the forest, and as well as the wildlife also, and what steps taken by the government to preserve, to conserve, to save the forest as well as the wildlife. Okay, so all of these things we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, so first of all I'm going to show you what is the forest, and you can see some animated video also in this video. Okay, so watch it carefully and recall each and everything whatever we had already read in the chapter. Okay, so let's start the video now. So students, now let's start the video. As you all know, student, that nature has given us air, water, plant life, soils and minerals, and many other things, and they are called the natural resources, which help us directly or indirectly to survive, or we can say the living. Now we are moving to the chapter. So as you all know that forests are an important natural resources and help us in many ways. Like you already know that forest help in raining. It gives us spices, wood, food, honey, sealing wax, and many more things. So in this lesson we discuss different type of forest and how we can conserve them. So let's move to the forest first. Forest is an large area of land thickly covered with trees and having a rich natural environment. Environment, wild animals and plants living in forest depend on them for their survival. Means that wild animals and the plants who are living in the forest, they are totally depend on them for the food, for the shelters, and for their survival, or we can say the living. Now as you all know that forests are rich natural vegetation, trees and plants that grow without being planted by a man as well as wildlife also. Okay, so this is your forest. Now I am going to tell you about the importance of forest. Students, let's discuss the importance of forest. As you all know that forest purifies the air by releasing oxygen. It also improves the water quality by slowing and filtering rainwater. They also protect the watersheds. And if we talk about the wood, then from forest we get timber to build furnitures, ships, and houses. Right? Now see the food products. We get many varieties of fruits and honey from the forest. If we talk about the cooling, then you all know very well that forests help in absorption of solar heat also, and they help to maintain CO2 level and hence give a boost to plant growth. Understood? So now this is all about your importance of forest. Now let's move to the 5 type of forest that found in India. So student, as you all know that in our India we have a 5 type of forest. First one is your evergreen forest. Second, deciduous forest, thorny forest, mountain forest, and the mangrove forest. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. Firstly, we are going to discuss about the evergreen forest. Now see students, as the name suggests, evergreen forest look green all through the year. This is because trees in these forests do not shed all their leaves at the same time. The trees are very tall and have hard wood. In India, okay, I think there is some exposure problem. Okay, I think now it's clear now. Yes. So, in India, evergreen forests are dense forests found in the hot and wet regions and receive heavy rainfall. Now, evergreen forests are found on the slopes of the Western Ghat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. They are also present in the northeast states like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, West Bengal, as well as in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, this is your evergreen forest. Now, let's see the deciduous forest. Now, see student, deciduous trees shed their leaves every year. They are found in the foothills of the Himalayas, Deccan Plateau, as well as the states in the Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Bihar. The main trees from these forests are teak, mahua, sal, shisham, and bamboo. Now see the mountain forest. Students, as you all know that the other name of the mountain forest is coniferous forest, right? And it is found in the foothills of the, or we can say that it is found in the slopes of the Himalayas. Trees are very tall, cone shaped with needle shaped leaves and are found along with the higher slope of the mountains. The woods are very soft. Pine, deodar, spruce and fir are the main important trees of these forests. Now, as you all know students that these trees in coniferous forest bear cones and needle shaped leaves which protects them from snow. Understood? They are having the cone shaped leaves just to protect themselves from the snow. Okay, now let's move to the thorny and scrub forest. Now see in the image, thorny and scrub forest are mostly found in the around and dry desert area and in the parts of Rajasthan. We find mostly bushes grown in such forest. The trees have long roots, thick bark and long and sharp thorns and can survive very little water for a long time. Thorny forests mostly have babool, kikar and date palms. So now students, let's move to our last forest, that is the mangrove forest. Now students, see this type of roots. You all know that in mangrove forest, the trees of these forests having the breathing roots which comes out of the soil and take oxygen from the air. The another name of these forests are tidal forest, right? Now these forests are found in the delta of Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari as well as in the Sundarban. Now let's see the type of trees found here. Sundri and Nipa are the type of trees found in the mangrove forest. Its wood is used to make boards. The delta of Sundarban get its name from Sundri tree. So now that's all about your types of forest that found in India. Now let's move to the conservation of forest and wildlife. So student, as you all know that forests are renewable sources. A lot of forest areas are being cut mainly because of increasing population. However, the government is taking active steps to protect our forest and the wildlife depend on them. Now, conservation of forest and wildlife go hand in hand. The government has built many zoos, national park and wildlife sanctuaries to protect endangered species of animals. Some well-known national parks and wildlife sanctuaries are Jim Corbett National Park, which is in Uttarakhand, and here we are saving the tigers. Kaziranga National Park, which is in Assam, and here we are saving the one-horned rhinoceros. Gir Sanctuary in Gujarat, which is for Asiatic lion. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala, which is for elephants. And Chilika Bird Sanctuary in Odisha, which is for your Sarus crane. Now, the another one is Sariska Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan, which is for tiger. Now student, as you all know that one movement is there, the Chipko movement has set an example in forest conservation when the villages of Uttarakhand protested against the deforestation of the forest simply by hugging the trees. That is why this movement is called the Chipko movement. Understood? Now, steps taken by the government to protect forest and wildlife. The government actively encourage planting and sapling in order to increase green areas in our country. Now, forests are looked after by protecting trees from parasites or fungi by chemical spraying. National parks and wildlife sanctuaries are a good method of forest conservation since it ensures regular maintenance of forest. Proper use and utilization of forest product ensures progress and development of forest. Children are also taught the importance of forest conservation and the disadvantages of deforestation. So student, that's all now about your video of forest and wildlife resources and the conservations also. Now I am going to show you another video, animated video. I hope you will enjoy that and you will learn from that. Understood? So watch this video very carefully.
Forests of India, types of forests.
Dad, look, there are so many varieties of plants which we don't find in our backyard.
Different types of plants need different conditions to grow. All over the world, the climatic conditions differ. According to different conditions, there are 5 types of forests having different types of plants and wildlife in India. These are evergreen forests, deciduous forests, thorny forests, mountain forests, and tidal forests.
I'm curious to know more about these forests, Dad.
I will take you on the virtual tour of these forests one by one. Let us first take a tour of evergreen forests. Evergreen forests receive heavy rainfall.
Oh, that is why these forests always remain green?
Look, mahogany and white cedar are growing here.
I can see bamboo, rosewood and ebony too. See, there are lemurs and monkeys on the tree.
Rhinoceros, elephants and deer are also found here. These are found in northeastern region and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Tripura. Let us start the tour of deciduous forests now. These forests are found along the foothills of the Himalayan mountains and in the wetter parts of southern plateaus.
See, Dad, there are so many trees. Teak, shisham, sal, amla, mahua, kusum, bel, palash and sandalwood.
Look, there are tigers, elephants and deer here. Deciduous forests are located in Bihar, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu.
I believe that these forests lie in the areas that receive scanty rainfall.
Correct. Yes, we have now landed in thorny forests. They can be found in the desert of Rajasthan, dry areas of Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu.
I can see more bushes than trees here, Dad.
Kikad, babool, wild date and palm can also be seen.
I can see foxes, wolves, rats and mice walking here.
We better get going because thorny forests also have tigers, lions, wild asses also in these forests. Now we are in the mountain or deciduous forests. Mountain forests receive heavy rainfall. Trees that grow here are deodar, cheer, pine, fir, spruce.
Dad, I spotted a musk deer.
Indian black bear can also be found here, Robin. Now we will end our tour with mangrove or tidal forests. These forests are found on the Gangetic Delta and coastal plains in West Bengal. The marshy forests in the Ganga Delta are known as Sundarbans. It is considered as the largest mangrove forests in the world. Sundari trees, palm, coconut and keora are found here.
What kind of animals live here, Dad?
Royal Bengal tigers, turtles, saltwater crocodiles and Gangetic dolphins are found in Sundarbans. This ends your virtual tour of all the forests, and hope you now know about these forests.
Dad, I'm happy. We had a wonderful time knowing about all these forests.
Importance of forest. Shyam is overwhelmed to see the greenery of forest. Forests have lot of contribution to our life. Let us have a look at a few of them. Air. Forest purifies the air by releasing oxygen. Medicine. Many forest plants are the source of medicine. All the parts like roots, barks and leaves have medicinal value. Water. Forests improve water quality by slowing and filtering rainwater. They also protect the watersheds. Wood. We get timber from forests to build furniture, ships and houses. Food product. We get many varieties of fruits and honey from the forest. Shade. By cooling the air and ground around them, the shade from the forest trees help to cool Earth's temperature. Cooling. Forests help in absorption of solar heat during evaporation and transpiration. Carbon dioxide level. They help to maintain the carbon dioxide level and hence give a boost to plant growth. Local climate. They help in maintaining the local climate and hence help fight climate change.
Forests and its conservation. Forests are one of the important renewable natural resource which is mainly composed of trees, shrubs or any other woody vegetation. Destruction of forests for human needs disturbs the ecological balance. Consequences of depletion of forests. Due to depletion of forests, rainfall in the region decreases and area may finally become a desert. Deforestation may also lead to frequent floods in the area. It destroys the natural habitat of wild animals and birds. It leads to topsoil erosion. It reduces soil fertility. Forests, especially on mountains, protect from floods by trapping and absorbing water and then slowly releasing it. Deforestation causes extinction of various species, resulting in the loss of irreplaceable resources. It also brings about regional and global climate changes, which become warmer because of lack of humidity. It deprives human beings of the benefits of forest trees and animals. It threatens tribal people whose survival mainly depends on forests. Conservation of forests. Silviculture is one of the major programs started to replenish forests. Afforestation should be there in the areas which are unfit for agriculture, along highways and rivers. A special program of tree plantation called Vana Mahotsava is held every year in our country. It should be made more popular. Forests should be protected from fire. Latest fire fighting equipment should be used to extinguish accidental forest fire. We must find out alternate sources of fuel. Example, solar energy.
Okay students, so that's all about your chapter 10, our forest and natural wildlife resources. ठीक है, हमने finish कर लिया है. We have seen each and everything, we had recall everything. तो कुछ सीखा आप लोगों ने उससे? कुछ समझ में आया? फिर से रिकॉल हुआ, रिमेंबर हुआ? येस, वी हैड रेड द फॉरेस्ट. अरे हाँ, इम्पॉर्टेंस ऑफ फॉरेस्ट बहुत ज़रूरी है फॉरेस्ट हमारे लिए. देन हाउ कैन वी कंजर्व द फॉरेस्ट, टाइप्स ऑफ फॉरेस्ट, वेयर डज इट फाउंड, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग सीखा? येस, ओके, वेरी गुड. Okay students, so this that's all about your the video. Thank you and take care.